Okay, so today we are going through the story that we started writing. We started yesterday. So we're going to be animating that story. All right, that's what we're going to be doing today. How to convert that story from okay, so let me just share this to the group. Let me share this to the group. All right, so today we're going to be animating our story. No time to waste time, right? We know this. We have a lot to cover today. Today we are doing lip sync. We're doing we're going to be editing the whole video. All right, so let's do that. So we're going to start from the top. You already know text to audio, right? And you have your app to help you do that, right? So yeah, we're going to be doing that together. All right, so let's go back to my story. I created a story yesterday. We created a story together, so I'm gonna go back and then which of them? Okay, golden lava story. Yeah, I think that's where we created. Yes, this is our story. And we created our characters. Let's go to my script. I'm going to start off with lip sync. Narration is easy. You can easily just copy this and go over to your, let's see if I can access my audio here. Let's see if I can access my audio. All right, my audio. Yeah, let's see if I can access that. But I'm sure you know how to access on your device, on your own app, right? If you cannot, let me know. If you're very new to AI and you do not know how to access your text to speech on your device, let me know, okay? So that I can help. But everyone who is practically part of this bootcamp has an app right now that enables you to do text to image to image. You can edit your image. Okay, so the internet is slow this morning. I am trying to but basically it's the same thing. If you were looking for a text to speech app, you don't need to look for it again because your current app allows you to access text to speech. So all you need to do is click that point and then input your script and then generate a voice and audio. Okay, so but right now we want to do the lip sync. I want to show you how to lip sync. You would need an app called Grok, Dreamface, right? I want to show you that. So let's see. So let's copy what this character would say. Only one can carry the fire, only one can feed the land. So this is not necessarily my character speaking, but just to show you that, in case you have like a need for your character to speak and probably you've exhausted your other options or you want to do like longer video at once, right? So you can actually create. Okay, so the first step for you to do this is to make your character move. So let's go and make my character move, right? We generated a character yesterday, so I'm just going to try to swipe quickly, look for that character. Okay, so this is that character, right? So let's get that character in here and just, tell this AI to make her talk as if, so this, I'm just imagining, and I want you to imagine like you probably are setting up like a podcast or something and your character is speaking. So let's say she's speaking. So at this point, this particular level, we are going for lip sync right now. So at this level, you should already have like an idea of the scene you are creating. If it's a podcast, probably you want the character to speak with their hands moving or something. Oh my God, this is cute. I haven't even told you what to do. So that's the beauty of Grok, right? So Grok can actually create your images without you even telling it, what you want. But this is so cute. I think we'll adopt it in the film, the main film. All right. So, but I want to show you like lip syncing just in case, like Grok actually does it in here. but maybe you want to lip sync for longer period, probably 30 seconds at a time, right? You need an app called Dreamface. So go and download this app. You see this app here, Dreamface, right? That's what you need. Okay, so we are going to first and foremost. So this one can be, for example, those who are creating cooking videos, podcasts, and it has to be longer. That is what you need right now. So let us tell this AI to make her talk. She's talking with simple hand gestures. Just in case, I don't know your own scenarios. Remember, what I'm teaching you now is a skill that will apply to you depending on what you will be using it for, right? This could be maybe you are creating an interview. This could be maybe you're creating, you create a scene, a specific scene, and then your characters will be the ones to, you will be the one to translate the motion of your character. So I'm just saying she's talking with simple hand gestures to the camera, okay? All right, so you can put as much details as you want, but I just want to show you she's just talking directly to the camera. That's all I need right now, because we need this to move to Dreamface. Okay, so like I said, go and download Dreamface. The two things that your app currently doesn't have is lip sync and video options, right? But your app can create an image, can edit an image, and can also create text to speech. So if you want to translate the narration in that our story, all you need to do is copy the narration. Where you see narration, copy it from the beginning here to the breathing, from in to breathing. That's the end of the narration. So that is a narration. So you copy this and go into your own app, the app that you currently have, open it, swipe to the text to speech option, and then impute this narration in that place, and then select the voice and generate the narration. Okay, so but if you want your character to speak something, for example, here we have, there is a speech here: only one can carry the fire, only one can feed the land. So we want someone to say it on screen, right? You can actually do this inside Grok, like I said, but just in case, you need to get that character to speak. So yeah, let's do this. So I get this character, I get this image. You see what I did here? So I just came to Grok and made my character speak. It doesn't matter what she's saying, right? We just need that gesture, right? We are not going to use the sound from here, but we download this video, then we go to our Dreamface. When you come to the interface of Dreamface, what you're looking for now, because you want to add your own speech, right? You click this talk and sing. Click it and then import the character that you want. Okay, import that character. Where's that our character that we just got from Grok? So we're going to, you see this character now, her movements and what she did from Grok that we got. So that's what we're bringing inside here. Okay, so you click this first option, want avatar to sing, to say or sing something. So that's what you will click. So here you can type what you want the character to say. If you want the character to sing or something, maybe, for example, for those who are creating music videos and your character will be singing or something, you can click here and select the music, or okay, these are musics inside Dreamface, right? You don't need that one. What you need here is, so you can import. Yeah, you can import it from files. That's if you have a music that you created, you generated a music and you want your character to sing it into the microphone, or, whatever. Like, you already generated a sound, but, you're not going to be creating the sound directly here, right? First of all, let's see this one. This one is type. We can copy our script from here, right? When we copy this script from here, we type it, copy it, and then go here. We can paste it here for the character to speak. Whatever we paste here, that's what the character will speak. Okay. The second one is search music or content. So Dreamface already has different types of music here. Just in case you want to play around it, you can get, pop, rock, Latin, hip hop, whatever. Whatever you click here, that is what your character will do or sing. Okay, So when you click here again, you go to import. You can import your sound from album or files. You already have that sound in your phone or your device, right? Maybe the file, maybe it's a song, maybe it's a motivational speech, maybe it is even your own voice, whatever you want. That is what you put here. Select it from your album or your files. Then the last one is record. I love to use this one a lot. If I want to just talk directly to my audience and I don't want to set up a camera, all I would do is enable the microphone and, voice it. You can see here, I can easily click it and then voice. Whatever you record here, your character will end up doing it. So for this particular exercise, I will just put the type here, right? And then confirm. And that's what I want this character to say. All right. So it's going to match the words to what my character would say. Then I can animate, excuse me. So I need to choose a voice. I can choose my own voice, or I can choose a voice here. So let's just go
welcome
with,
to Dreamface. We hope
I like
you
this
have
voice.
A wonderful day.
They call this voice Grace. I'll just choose this voice, and then I'll come down here and click animate. So once I click animate, my character is going to speak what I have asked it to speak. Okay. So as you can see here, very simple, straightforward. It's going to generate what we just typed with the voice that we typed it in. So I hope you're following. If you're following, say in the chat. If you have any questions, type the question for me. I'll read it and I'll respond. Because today we are running fast, we have like a couple of things to do, right? As you can see, this
only
has
one can carry the fire.
Can you guys see this?
Only one can feed the land. Only one can carry the. Only one can feed the land. Only one can carry the fire. Only one can feed the land.
Can you hear that?
Only one can carry the fire. Only one can feed the land.
That's how you can do get your characters to speak. So you can easily adopt this into your film. All right. Okay. So that is for lip sync. Lip sync, you can do for any of your characters and so on. All right. So today we are moving on. We are finished with lip sync. We need to animate our characters. You already saw me do a bit of it, here. But that's not what we need, right? Remember, yesterday we already generated our characters, right? But we did not do it just like that. We had to create it like step by step, right? That's what we're going to do again here today. All right. So now, yesterday we did image generation prompt. Today we need to get our video generation prompt. Okay. So this is what we're going to do now. Follow me step by step. So now we're going to tell this AI using the image generation prompts above. Follow me. Using the image generation. Remember, we have different characters, images, like our shots already. We have them. So we want to animate them. But instead of just throwing them into Grok, that the moment you put it in Grok will generate something, whatever it feels like. But we don't want to do that. And on the free plan of Grok AI, you have 6 seconds per video, right? 6 seconds per shot. So we want to tell this AI right now, using the image generation move, I want you to create a video, okay, a video generation prompt as well. All right, so now this is where you need to be specific. Okay, you're gonna tell it, because remember, Grok only has 6 seconds per video, right? But you can control how your 6 seconds start looking. Remember, you're creating a film, not just a prompter. You're not a prompter, right? Prompters will not mind. They'll just tell it, here, create a prompt for me. But no, you're going to do it differently. So now what you're going to tell this AI is, this is what I expect. This is what I expect. This is what I expect. So you're going to tell it, I want to see every 6 seconds. So 0, 0, 0, 2 to 002. So you can do this in your own way, Okay, but I'm going to explain this. Don't worry. I'm going to explain this shortly. But let's just see. I want you to see this. You're controlling what happens to your 6 seconds so that you're not wasting your 6 seconds getting rubbish. I know you guys have heard me say that a lot. Okay. So you're going to control your 6 seconds generation. You're not going to waste it. All right. So you can choose to do this every 2 seconds, something changes, something happens, right? Or you can choose to say you just want to make it 3 seconds. Do you get? You can do this. You can do this and say 3 seconds, 0 to 3, 0, 0, 0 to 0, 3 to then, and then you say 0, 3 to 0, 6. At the end of the day, you are getting a coordinated AI video, right? So that your actions are not starting and cutting off halfway, just like that. No, that's not what you want. You want to make sure that you control your 6 seconds, whatever you are getting. You get your 6 seconds and it is controlled. You get the right. Do you get it now? Do you guys understand? Did you see what I did? If anybody does not understand, please ask me. Okay? Please ask me. All right. So, but this is me showing this is what I expect. So by the time this AI is creating the video generation for me from our image generation, guess what? My 6 seconds per scene will be very coordinated so that by the time the next one I put starts, it will start exactly where the other ones end. So like I said, you can control it for 3 maybe every 2 seconds or every 3 seconds. That is up to you. I like to do every 2 seconds, so I'm just going to take this off. You can go on to add any other thing you want. Like for example, you can say you want more transitions, you want more this, you want more that, maybe effects, anything. You can add it here. So let me add transitions. Every scene must have a transition that leads to the other. All right, so let's just add that just so that you know that you can actually do this. Every scene must have a transition that leads to the next, All right, you guys, can you see this? Okay, so let's let it do its work. Okay. So now I have some time to read your messages. Hello everybody. Hello. All right. I see Dr. Taiwo here. Ufo is here. Danny is here. All right. So hello everybody. All right. So remember, you can ask me questions. When you ask me questions, you get clarity, right? So that you don't miss anything. All right. So you can see this now. We have a controlled 6 seconds per generation with our initial prompt. All right. Remember, this is where we did our video generation. Remember, these are image generation prompts. Can you see this? These are image generation prompts. This is what I did. Okay. So now this is video generation prompt. Every 6 seconds in the, something happens, something changes. All right. So we are copying this now. Now let us go and do the work. Okay, let us go and do the work. So the first scene is Zari stands in an open golden savanna at sunset. Wind moves her loose flowing African print garment. Her coily hair frames her glowing sea blue and gold luminous crown effect, and whatever. And then there's a transition, right? So let's copy that. From 001, okay, 000 to 002. This is 2 seconds in our script. We can decide to copy everything to 4 or 6 seconds. That is up to you. You can see you got all of them. So I can choose to do that. So let's do that first, and then we can now go and do the other. Okay, let's just copy everything. Okay. Now this is a lot. But let's see how Grok will translate this. So we are using Grok Imagine. A lot of you already know that. You know how to use this, okay? You already know how to use this. So we're just going to go back to Grok Imagine, and then we're using Grok Imagine. And import this and into Grok. So, of course, Grok will definitely generate something casual first, but we can always customize it before it generates the complete one, and then we just click. That means we are changing the generation, right? So that's what I just did now. So instead of letting it generate everything completely, I just put in my prompt in the customize and then clicked it, so it has started all over again. So let's see what that would come out looking like. That shows you that, hey, you control what your video comes out looking like. Can you see every detail is being controlled? It is not, we're not just leaving it to chance, like, oh, maybe something, it will happen, maybe it will come out looking good, maybe not. We are not leaving it to chance. We are doing it, and then whatever we decide here is what our video will come out looking at. Can you guys see the camera control? Can you see this? Can you see this? So you can do this for all your scenes. You can do this for all your scenes. This already shows you what the whole, pictures will look like. This already shows you that. The control. You are not doing too much. You're not trying to crack your brain about, oh, where will the camera move? Where this, where that. It has already taken a lot of that work off you. Now the camera is moving. We first started. Can you see the camera movement? From ground up, it went up. Can you see? And then it tilted again. Can you see the camera movement? This looks like a film. This does not feel forced. You're not trying to calculate, oh, should I move my camera here or there? You can see the fluid movement. You don't even feel it. The whole environment looks alive. Can you see that? This is the control we're talking about. So what you need to do with this is to replicate it across all your scenes, just like what we have talked about. So if you have a 20-minute script, if you have a 30-minute script, if you have a 1-hour script, as long as you have already put all these structures in place, all you need to do is go over to your video generation, copy it, paste it, copy it, paste it, copy it, paste it, and your every scene that you generate will come out looking flawless like this. Then that takes us to generating and editing. That takes us to editing, right? So let me download this. Okay, so for you now, I don't know if you see this option in your right now. Grok has they have currently upscaled, or what do they call them, upgraded. So they require you now to upscale your image, your video, before you download it. So remember to always upscale, because what you will get before, if you don't upscale, will be low quality. But when you upscale, you get the HD quality. So you need to do that before you download your video. So I'm just going to click download here, and I download this video. So remember, you can do this for all your scenes. Now let's go over to InShot, right? And you can do this on any of your, you guys know me, I just love InShot because it's fast. It gives you that control, that feel of you can control anything at all. That's why I love it. And it's fast, it's straightforward, very fast, very straightforward. You don't need to guess. You're not guessing anything, right? So you change, if your video comes looking like this, all you need to do is remove, fit it, and that's all. All right. So yes, the reason I'm doing this is so that, because a lot of you, I'm going to talk about some things that I see in your videos now. So this is editing. We're in editing now. All right. So I'm going to be touching on some areas that, a lot of you make some mistakes. Okay. So when you generate you see that we generated this image. Now you can see the first image, the first shot here is still the one that we used to generate the video, and it is black. It does not show the whole environment like this, right? If you leave this like this, it will come out looking like this, and that's not what you want. It doesn't fit your scene. So all you need to do is drag and cover it. Remove that part. You don't need it. You either drag it or you move your cursor a bit and then click cut. Come here. There's a split option here. Click the split it, and just delete that part. Okay, just delete that part, the first part. That's what we want to delete. Yeah. So I want to delete the first part. You see that? All I did was just drag. So it starts exactly where I want it to start, where the action starts. You don't need that black spot that we got before, this black spot, we don't need it. So make sure you are conscious of it. Usually I see that in some of your videos. When you do your videos, you forget that, oh, I had a benchmark where I started my video and it doesn't fit into the video, so you still leave it, right? So clean it up. All right, clean it up. So where your video should start is exactly where you want it to start. Where it starts like this, no black spot, nothing, right? As you can, I moved it till the end and you don't see that black spot. You see exactly where the scene starts. All right, you can see this. Now, another thing is, a lot of times, because you're generating your videos from the AI and it has a lot of probably you've put in too many things for it to do. So usually it's rushed. It comes out rushed. And sometimes your scene just needs to slow down, guys. Your scene needs to slow down. When you're talking, that's what films are. Right? People want to feel like they are listening and they're engaged and they are understanding what your character or your film is saying. So slow it down, go to speed and drag it. Okay, you will see the difference now in how this scene that was really fast will now look like. It will look so fluid. Let's watch this. Can you guys see? We give the audience time to appreciate the beauty of what we have created. It's not rushed. Look at the previous one. Look at this. Yes, it is beautiful, no doubt. But you lose out on that beauty of the creation. Now let us slow it down. You see everything. You can take note of everything. How everywhere became, look at, everywhere was dark before, no plants, nothing. But the moment she embodies herself, look at the beauty. Look at how everything, the glow around her brings life. The grass grows, the cornfield comes alive, the trees come alive. Can you see that beauty? That is what you want your audience to engage with. Not just, oh, I've created this picture. Yes, the picture should just move and then you just go and sit down. No, you are just a prompter. You're just a content creator. You're not a filmmaker. A filmmaker is about the details. You want your audience to take note, even when they don't take note, even when they're not filmmakers. There is just something about your image that will capture them, that will make them feel like, this person actually, wow, this is beautiful. How did they get this? How did they achieve this? That's what I'm showing you here. Slow it down. Slow it down. All right. Another thing that I also see with some of your videos as well is the fact that sometimes you use the free version of an editing tool, right? And so you have like watermarks on it. Please, this is what we call cinematic line. I'm going to show you how to get a cinematic line for your film. Okay. This is for those who are using the free plan. It is not beautiful. It is not cute for us to be seeing those watermarks on it. You guys know that if you do that and you submit, you know that I usually cut that out and I will zoom your video out and probably it will lose quality, right? I will zoom it. I will remove it, right? So to save us that headache from doing that, please learn this one. You can get cinematic lines. Go over to your crop tool. There is this tool. You see this here? It's a crop tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it up. I will drag it a bit down. Okay? And then leave it like this. Go back to your canvas and click 16:9. Come over to the background and click black. A lot of you have watched films like this. Now let's play this and see. This is what they call a cinematic line. The two black lines at the top, and it doesn't stop your video. It does not disrupt your video. It gives the view of a cinema, right? A lot of you have watched films like this, right? So I'm trying to show you that if you have all those watermarks and whatever on your video, crop it out before you put your captions on it, right? When you put your captions, it looks nice. And please take note of your captions. Your captions are supposed to aid the visuals, not to take over the visuals. Put the captions in a readable manner, small, very little at the bottom. or at the top if you want to stylize it, but it must be very little, just enough for people to read it. It is not the video itself. The visual is the video. The caption is only aiding the visual. Okay, so put it very little. Nobody must notice that it is there, but subconsciously they will be reading it without knowing, without noticing. Very little. Once you have created your cinematic lines, put your captions there. All right, and then you can easily go and upscale, like add a filter or two, because this is AI generated. So usually, if you do not add anything to it, the platform can still claim it, especially when you are using the free plan. So I always indulge you. I always encourage you to try and edit it. The least you can do is to come over to the adjust feature that you see here and probably click the sharpen. You can sharpen it. You can make it brighter if your image is not bright enough for you. Just a little, just add one or two things to it. You don't need to do too much. Yes, the visual already comes out looking nice, but just so that you own it, right? And you own the process, so that the platform doesn't end up claiming your work tomorrow. Maybe some policies might change tomorrow when you have used the free tool already, then they might come up. The people that do not do this, they might lose their work. Right? But for you to be able to lay claim to this work is to say, hey, yes, I generated it from this platform, but I also added my own input to it before I put it out. So always come here. You can add warm filter or whatever. You can do this. Just play with this. Whatever looks nice to you, but make sure you add something to it. Don't just say, okay, yes, I have generated a video and then I just save and then you go and sleep. No, add a filter to it. Look for a filter that looks nice, that looks like a cinematic filter. For example, look at what I just added now. I sharpened my image, I made it a little brighter, and I added a warmth to the video, and it still looks so good. Can you guys see this? It still looks so good. It comes out looking nice. Can you guys see this? So now you can save, you can export. Feel free to export at 1080. 1080 is 1K. That's 1K. Okay. There are options to save at 2K, 4K today, up to 6K. But most platforms, especially if you're uploading to YouTube and the rest, save yourself the headache and just save at 1080. Because if you save at 2K, 4K, they will still downgrade it to 1080 because that is the storage that their platform allows. Okay. So just save yourself all the stress and save at 1080p. Click export and that is it. Your video is ready. So have you learned something today now? Have you learned something today? If you have learned something, share with me. Let me know if you have learned. So like I said, okay, so this is scene by scene. All right. Okay, so let's say I have another scene because I just showed you one scene. I came back into the editor. Let's say I have another scene. So what I'm doing here is I'm just duplicating. Let's say I have another scene here. Like this one will play and then another scene will play. Yes, I see this in Grok. Okay. You guys, please click the thumbs up. Can you guys see that thumbs up? Please click the thumbs up on the top of the screen. There's a thumbs up at the top of the screen under the name of this channel. Please click the thumbs up. It helps. It helps us a lot. Please click the thumbs up. All right. So let's imagine I have two scenes, two frames here. Right. So most times as filmmakers or newbies, you're tempted to add like transitions. These are transitions. Right? These are transitions. Look at this. This is a transition. This is a transition. This is a transition. All right? This is a transition as well. This is a transition. This is a transition. All right? Now, let me tell you the thing about transitions. You already have camera movements ongoing. You do not need bogus transitions. You actually do not need bogus transitions. That is the honest truth. Okay, so sometimes I know you are tempted to want to stylize. Content creators are doing that. You are a filmmaker. You're not a content creator. Content creators are trying to get people's attention, so they'll try to do this. Let me show you. Okay, so here before the end of it, want to change the whole thing and then end here. So a content creator will do this instead. This has started here. The content creator will still do this, just to show you that, hey, they are here and so on. You don't need it. You do not need it. You do not need it. Okay. Now, if you must add transitions, it must not take, just the way I explained what the caption should do in your film. It should enhance it. The audience should not even know that there is a transition there. For example, this shows you that there is a transition. This shows you that there's a transition. This shows you that there's a transition. But I can use this and it moves the story forward. Right? You do not need to do too much. Simple does it best. Except you're trying to be extra. Maybe that's your style, because of course every filmmaker has their style, and you want to be loud. You want people to know that yeah, that's your style, right? Fine, do it. And of course, for kiddies stuff, if you're creating films for kids, you want it to be engaging, so you do all of these things so that they are wowed, right? When you're creating kiddies stories, you want them to be, oh my God, something is happening. That's when you do all of this. Yeah, beautiful. That's good. But when you're creating films, how many films you guys tell me, the films you watch in the cinema, do you see all this, for kids? Nah, that doesn't work. But of course, when you're creating, kiddies animation, or you're creating a content, for example, a lot of you will be doing tests now. When you're doing tests about, maybe you're creating a podcast, you're creating a cooking show, a cooking video. Yes, you can do all of that, trying to spice it up while you're doing something else. You're trying to keep the audience engaged. You can do all of this. You can do this. You can do that. But when you're creating a film, you do not need it. That's what I need to explain to you guys. Okay. What else have I not talked about? What have I seen in your? Okay. So yes, for your sounds. All right. So for those who might end up, generating a text to speech, right? You have a narration and you want to lay your narration on your video. You know that Grok came with this sound here. You do not need the sound. What you need to do is click you see this audio. There's an audio option here. I click it and then I will just tune off the audio. Click it here, tune off the audio for all of it. Just tune off the audio. You don't need it. The only time you need it is probably your characters are having a dialogue, they're speaking. Do you get? That's when you need that. But if your characters are not speaking, please turn it off. Then click the music and import a sound.
It's a season of love.
You can import the sound. Can you see this?
It's a season of love. And this week we...
Aha. So this is me who I have created a text to speech here. So the sound that you heard before,
it's a season of love,
has been replaced. Can you see that? So you do not need to leave the other sound that came with Grok. All right. You don't need that sound. All right. So I'm just trying to explain things that will help your video come out looking best. So I hope you guys understand what the cinematic line does. It does not remove from your film at all. It gives it class. It raises it to cinema standard. It gives people the impression that you know what you're doing. All right. So that's what this is. Your text to speech, all you need to do is generate the text into a speech. Then you can come here and impute it here at the top of your this thing, and then turn off the sounds that came with the video if you don't need those sounds. Okay. And of course, you can add, make sure this should be a non-negotiable for every filmmaker. Make sure you add your own feel to the image. Don't just save the video that came with the image generator or the video generator. Don't just save it like that. Oh, I have edited my video. All I did was I just cut out the parts I don't need and I save. No, don't do that. Make sure you always add something to it. Add like a sharpen it, or you can sharpen the video, you can lighten the video, you can add some warmth to the video. Do something that will make it your own, okay? That is your own style before you export it. All right, you guys, did you get value from today's video? That's what you would do for all of your scenes. Let me know if you got value from today's video. Let me know if you have some questions. What have you been working on, and what are the areas that has been challenging to you, so that I can answer them here. Let me know the parts that have been challenging for you, so that I can answer it now. Now that we are here, maybe in editing, maybe in generating something, what has been challenging for you so far, so that I can help you now. All right. From tomorrow, you'll be getting tasks directly, morning and evening, different tasks, okay? So please prepare yourself. The whole idea, remember, the promise to you was that before the end of this particular boot camp, you would have learned how to, you would have not just learned, but you would also have a list of films that you can quote in your portfolio, all right? So if there's something that is challenging for you right now, please let's talk. Please ask me a question so that I can respond here. I can answer you to help whoever is watching right now. If you've been watching and you've not clicked the like button, please click the like button. It helps. It helps to promote what we're doing. It helps to, push us forward. Please click the like button. All right. It helps. It helps. It helps. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you guys, I'm still waiting for your questions before I end the live stream. I still, I am waiting for your questions, all right, before I end the live stream. Okay, so someone is asking, what's the name of the first app you used for animation? Animation or lip sync? Animation or lip sync? The first app I used on this particular call was Dreamface. Dreamface. It's basically for lip sync. You use it for lip sync. That's what we use it for majorly. All right, lip sync. Lip sync is like you making your character talk. Grok already does the lip sync for you sometimes if you're using Grok to generate your video, but certain video platforms don't have it. They don't use it. Right? They don't allow your characters to talk, but Grok actually comes with that feature already embedded in it. But some others, like maybe VO, Sora, I think maybe the latest versions now come with that, but the previous versions do not come with that. For example, if you were using, I have another app here, Qwen Chat. If you're using Qwen, Qwen actually allows you to, in the video generation, you can actually make your characters speak, but okay, even Meta does not even allow you to, your characters don't speak. All right, so you should just learn how to, make your characters speak, okay? All right, so have I been able to answer that question? So it's Dreamface is the app for the lip sync majorly, and it's for long lip sync. It's not for 6 seconds lip sync, right? This is like probably you want to do a podcast, that's when you use like lip sync, long lip sync. That's when you use Dreamface, because it gives you over 30 seconds at a time. All right. Okay, so another question here is, how do you control color grading? How do you control color grading? Okay, so everyone has their style, right? For those who joined one of our, how do you call it now? For those who joined one of my, I think it was our community conversation on the group, the AFN meet and greet, I shared something with you guys. There is a film book, right? There are different styles of color grading, different film styles. When we say film styles, that's the color grading for those, styles of films, right? That's the output, the final look of the film. That's what makes it a film style, right? So if you remember, you guys that joined that, and I shared something with you guys, you can easily clip the film style. If you want your film to come out looking like that, all you need to do, this is me just giving you the easy way out, okay? So you can easily just take a screenshot of that style. Okay, and I think CapCut allows you to do that. I don't know if CapCut will open now. CapCut has been messing up recently. Okay, so CapCut allows you to copy that style. You can easily copy the style. All right, you can easily copy the style. So let's try, if my CapCut can load fast, I will just show you. Right, you can easily copy the style. Take a screenshot of the style you want. Import your video. Let's say we are bringing in this video right now. Let's say I'm bringing in this video. Okay, so this is me in my CapCut timeline. I bring in this video. So I want to show you how to copy the color grade of any film at all. Probably you like the color grade of a film and you want your film to come out looking like that. So let's copy the color grade of a film. All right. So look at the way my film looks right now. I want to copy another color grade. So what I'll come here to do, I'll click on the adjust option on my timeline. This is inside CapCut right now. I'll click on that and then I'll scroll to filters or presets. Is it preset? Let's see. It's not loading fast. Okay. So let's see, there is, okay, yeah, video quality, auto enhance. Okay, not auto enhance, not that. I used to have the option to copy someone's. Okay, so I could have copied, there was that option. I don't know, I think I upgraded this app and I'm not getting that option. Okay, so let's do it manually. All right, so I wanted to show you the fastest way to do it, but CapCut is not cooperating with me today. So let's just do the manual way of doing it. Since I'm inside CapCut, let's just work within CapCut. Okay, so you already have this beautiful look. This is what your video already from the generation. This is what it looks like. So, but to adjust, you don't want to overdo it. Right? So there are films that actually don't have colors. There are films that do not have colors. They call them near colors, right? So near, those are noir. Is it noir or near? I'm not French, right? But it's NOIR. Okay, so that's what they call them. So you can easily go black and white. So all you need to do is click on saturation and take out all the colors. Yeah, your film will still come out looking good. Yeah, can you see that? Okay, so that's up to you. Why are we talking colors today? Hey, this person has put me inside problem. All right. colors on its own is a full course on its own, right? It's a full course on its own. Okay, so we are back to our colors. We're back to colors. So you can take out all the colors and choose to you can take out all the colors and choose to not have a color in your film, or probably this is too saturated for you. Maybe you don't like too much colors. You can easily reduce the saturation. Remember, it is all about your own style at the end of the day. So you can see I reduced the saturation. It was really loud before. Some people would like this and just say, okay, I don't want too much colors. I just want something like this. And yeah, that's still their style. And it still looks good, right? You can choose to say, oh, okay, so I want more greens over other colors. So you come to the H&S, HSL here, and then what you want to do is click on, the green. You want to increase saturation of greens, above other colors. This is too much. I know that a lot of people won't understand this. But let's just, I hope that if you can play the replay, you will get what I'm saying. Right, so you can see that we have greens here now because I boosted more of the greens, right? So you can see that. So you can boost any color, you want to really play with and work with. So basically, at the end of the day, when you talk about color grading, it's your style. Bring your style to it, right? You already got something nice from the AI, video you rated, but you can just impute your own style. Do you want it to be brighter than before? Do you want it to be darker than before? It all comes down to that, light or dark. Okay, you can see this is too bright. You can see we can keep it like this. We can choose to make it dark, depending on you at the end of the day, right? You don't want it to be too bright, you don't want it to be too dark. You just want to be somewhere here that would look good, because at the end of the day, your character, your audience will be watching. So you want to make it nice for them, even when it's your own style, right? But try to make it nice for your characters. As you can see, I removed what I had done before, and it's kind of looking too saturated to me right now. But I didn't see that before. But that's what color grading does for you. So control it based on your style, but make it nice for your viewers to watch at the end of the day. All right. So I hope I answered your question, Ufoma. You're the one that asked about color grading. All right, so the next question says, okay, can it be used for drama? What do you mean? Which one are you talking about used for drama? What are you referring to? Please answer. What are you referring to so I would understand? All right, so the next question, yes, we got value. Yes, thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, so the next question is, what's the difference between generating cartoon 3D animation and human 3D animation? I think you already got the difference. You already know the difference. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it together. So I'm going to use Gemini here. I don't want to start opening my app and so on, but let's do it inside Gemini. Okay, so let's take a what do we call it now? And then let's create. I'll click create image. So let's go with create. What did you say? 3D. Okay, cartoon. Create a cartoon. I think Grok actually understands this better. Maybe when we are done with Gemini, we'll go to Grok so that you can see it. Gemini, Grok actually gives me better results when it comes to cartoon 3D and human 3D. All right, so let's do this. Let's create a character first. Create an image of a very beautiful African regal queen wearing white, let's say white and gold patterned clothes, just so she looks really regal. All right. I'm just trying to do that, and yeah. So let's just generate a random image and let's test out the theory for what cartoon looks like, what 3D animation looks like, and then human 3D animation looks like. All right. So here, you know that I did not give it any style. Okay, so you guys see this. So what did we get here? We got a human character. Can you see this? She's very beautiful with no details. I didn't even give any details, but look at this. Can you see? Gemini actually gives really nice, All right, so now we have this human character. This human character can be turned into a 3D. Like, you can call this a 3D because if you animate this character, it's going to move. You can see all the dimensions. You can see the curves. Right? This is human 3D. Okay. But if you're talking about digital art, right? Let's do that. Let's use your own theory, right? Let's use your own words. Okay. So take this out. Okay. So let's bring in, have I downloaded the image? Yes, I think I have. So let's bring back the character and then let's tell it to turn this character into a cartoon. All right, so let's start with that. Into a cartoon image. Okay, so let's see. I usually get better results with Grok. So if we do not get it here, we'll just go over to Grok. So one thing you need to understand is learn your tools. Know which tool actually gives you what result. Okay, but let's see if it does well because we're working on Nano Banana, the free plan right now. So let's see. All right, so it did the work. You guys can see. Okay, so but this looks more 3D to me. All right, so but let's see. Okay, now we have set cartoon, right? So let's do the same thing. Bring in that character again and say turn it to a 3D pixel style animation. So when you want to get that type of 3D, listen, you must add pixel style to it. 3D pixel style animated image. All right. So let's see. I will still copy all of this prompts. We'll go over to Grok and try it out. Okay. So let's see. Okay. And let's see what this looks like at the end of the day. The same character. So you see that Gemini is still doing the same thing. It looks the same. It still looks like the cartoon that it gave us before. Can you see this? Can you see this? Like, it still looks the same. Can you see? So basically, when you're talking about cartoon, you're talking about 2D. 2D is like the ones you read on like paper. Remember all those comics, those comic books and the rest, right? Remember all those comics and the rest. That's what really 2D looks like. But when you say Pixar style, you're talking about like the ones that, Disney type of cartoons. Okay, so that's the one we have been working with for our story, the one that we used here. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in that. Okay, so let's edit image. I bring in that image and say turn this character into a cartoon. Now we're in Grok. I told you Grok actually gives me better result for this type of things, right? So we're in Grok. So Grok should be able to give us something reasonable that looks like, so that you see the difference. I want you to be able to see the difference. Beautiful. I told you. Now, can you see, this is what cartoon looks like. Do you see the lions? Do you see the trees? Can you see, this looks like a drawing. This looks like your comic. It is 2D. Okay, can you see this? Can you see this clearly? Can you see that it looks like kiddies stuff? This is what cartoon looks like. Can you guys see this? Can you see the details? Can you see how our face looks? No details. It's just, you are just aware that, okay, there's a character here and, can you see this? Can you see if you ask the question, are you still online? Can you see what we are talking about? Can you see what we're talking about? Can you see the details? It looks like pencil drawing. Can you see all of this? That's what cartoon looks like. All right, so let's now change this and say 3D Pixar style. You see that even Grok is giving us more options here. We can do watercolor style. We can do 3D Pixar style. So let's still do that and say 3D Pixar style. Okay, so I just want you to see. So 3D Pixar style is more like the Disney style with all those princesses and the rest. Like, it is ready for cartoon. It is ready for film, right? So let's go with 3D Pixar style and then see. So this is the watercolor style. This is the watercolor style. It looks like all those watercolors that kids used to paint. It's still in the cartoon category. But, when they draw with pencil, they now use their watercolor to color it. Now, look at the 3D. Can you see this? Do you see the extra details on the lion? It still looks cartoonish, but can you see the extra details? Now, look at the princess. Can you see it? It's not the pencil lines and all those things that you were seeing before. Can you see the details? They now look like teddy bears. They now look like all those, that's what 3D, looks like. It's like, all those Princess Jasmine of that, and, that's what 3D looks like. And then if you want to say human 3D, let's try your human 3D, human 3D style. I think that was what you wrote. Let me see that. Human 3D animation. All right. So let's go with human 3D animation and see what it's going to give us so that we are all, at par. We understand what, based on your question. Okay. So, well, you can see that we're still stuck at 3D Pixar style animation. Can you see that? Okay. But, you can easily say probably a digital art. Let's turn it into a digital art. Like, this is the one that has that fluid feel that probably it doesn't look painted. It doesn't look, but it looks surreal. It looks, So let's try that. Okay, you guys. Okay, so this lion is complete. Okay, so I need to input that that image again. And then say make this image into a digital art postal image. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Do we still have questions? Anyone still has questions? I think we have covered the time and we have done, justice. You guys, can you see this? Can you see the details? All right, so yeah, can you see the details? There are a lot of, look at the details. That should help you know the type of style you are going for, right? So depending on the style you're going for, you can just choose. Okay, so I think we have covered most of that. I hope everyone got value from today's class. I hope you got value. If you did get value, say If you got value, say All right, so thank you so much, everybody. Now we are now talking serious business, you guys. So from today onwards, you're just going to be getting tasks, okay? You're going to be taking your concept. You'll be getting concepts. You'll be taking that concept from script to screen. Yes. I might choose to give you a script and say, go and produce this script. I might choose to give you a prompt and say, okay, create something out of this prompt. I might choose to give you a concept. That is, you guys, just get ready for it, okay? Now you know how to produce, all right? You now know the script to screen, how to take a regular random idea that anybody could just think, everybody knows this thing. Nah, not everybody knows it, okay? So you're going to be taking those random ideas and then you're going to be turning it into masterpieces. That is your task from today. So get ready. I'll see you in the WhatsApp chat. Thanks to everyone who stayed through. Thanks for being here. Thanks so much, because a lot of people would actually start and they don't finish. But thank you for starting. Thanks for finishing. Thanks for taking this seriously, and I look forward to, working with all of you. All right. Have a blessed rest of your day. Of course, as usual, this is paid for, so it's not open to the public for now. What's going to be happening from now on is our feedbacks. Yes, we'll be coming live, but it will be mostly for feedbacks to talk about what we are already doing on the group. I'll be giving live feedbacks to our community for the to the bootcamp participants. Okay, so if you want to see that, prepare to be here again tomorrow so that I can give live feedbacks to the jobs that they have already done on their group. See you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Okay, still looks like Pixar style. Yeah.